Hi, I'm Mel from Wrapahug Sling Library. I'm a certified sling consultant, and today I'm going to talk to you about spotting fakes. So, I have some fake ergos here. So I'm going to compare them to genuine ergos. So this is ergo original, old style, but still nice. So this is what it looks like. Okay, and so ignore colors and patterns and stuff. And this is a fake ergo original, and I'm going to show you why. So although this is very similar logo and writing from this very release of this old print, it is a fake. Okay, so the first thing you can tell when you pick up the two, you can tell is a massive way different. This is very, very light, and usually this is a good indication that it's not a genuine one. Other things to look out for is any other logo printed on the buckles. So very hard to tell on the camera, but often these are quite different from the genuine, because it's very difficult to replicate. So it's something to look out for. And also the shape and size of the buckles. So if they don't make this style of buckle anymore, then you can be sure that's a fake. So you can see the difference. Also, these were released a bit later. You can see they're much bigger and the shape is different. So that's one thing. Anything like these little tabs, things like this, if you compare it to genuine, you can tell the differences. So you can tell on the fake one they're very, very thin. Other thing, okay, so very obvious is with the waist belt, there's a label, and if it's written in some languages that haven't been released in, you can be sure that it's just a fake. Okay, sometimes they're all written like in Chinese or something like this. It really often is a fake. Or if it's written like in Spanish, stuff like that, or if English isn't at the top, then it's probably not genuine. And then the very obvious things, so like very obvious things like the elastic band really fraying like this, so coming apart, as you can see. Any other damages you can spot straight away are quite rare and very good ergo. So this one, that wouldn't come apart like that as quickly, I would think, considering this ergo had very little use from the people who previously owned it. And then give a good pull on the buckles, and usually you can tell if I give a good pull. And you know it's not a genuine one. On the real, that just doesn't happen. I think it does happen on this one as well. Yeah, on all of them basically. When we put this ergo on the mom, although I was a bit suspicious, we say okay, let's try it. She put it on and she tightened, and then the buckle came off. So obviously I was here and it was under control, but if this is gonna happen and the mom is alone, and then the baby can fall out, and that's no joking matter. So you need to be very careful. So this other kind of fraying, this just doesn't happen over time. The width of the waist belt as well, so they're often made a bit thinner. And then just small thing like is this sewn together? So sometimes they have this kind of like pockets or clips or things you can clip on. If it is sewn together like here, sometimes it probably is just not a genuine. I have a good look on any writing, like this is small writing here, says organic cotton. Is this something you will find on a genuine? Compare it to a genuine. But yeah, usually you can tell straight away from the weight, from how much padding there is in the straps as well. There's lots of things that tells you that it's a fake. So like this is a genuine, and the straps are a lot thicker on this one than on this one, so you can tell pretty much straight away. So this is a rubbish copy, I have to say, so it was pretty easy to know that it was not a genuine. But I've got one that was a bit harder to spot. So this is a genuine Ergo 360 opposition. I bought it from Ergo, so I know it is genuine. So this is what it looks like. With the old style, you might have the Velcro waist belt, but newer style have got the lumbar support and buckle waist belts. and this one was brought to me, and we spent some time trying to figure out whether it was fake or not. So the first thing you can look at is the box. So I know it's hard to tell the colors from the box, and the writing is all upside down, but the print is very faded. So like, I've never seen a box, and I've ordered tons and tons of Ergos for myself and the Sling library. I've never seen a box that is so faded. Looks like the ink is running out. It's not good quality ink. But the rest is just exact copy of it. So this is a brand new one. Different prints, but this is one I bought from Ergo, and I don't know if you can see the fading is quite obvious on the fake one. And straight away from the weight, as you can tell. Okay, so this one is a mesh one. I don't have a mesh one to compare. It's a bit annoying, but I'll show you what the differences are. So when I picked it up, I compared it to, I had a real mesh with me from the client, and so we could tell the differences. So as soon as I picked it up, I could tell it was just very, very light compared to the other one. Again, the straps quite narrow, so compared to this genuine one, it's just a lot narrower. And then we had a good look at all the logos, the labeling. It was very, very similar to the genuine Ergos, so you can see. Very similar, okay? But the orange was a bit different tint, so that's what told me there probably isn't. Also the waist belt, the support here, it was narrower than the one on the genuine one that we compared with, but the rest was really quite similar. See, the buckles are very similar, everything's similar. However, the webbing feels different. So the webbing on the fake one is very very slippery, quite greasy, and this one is more grippy, so you could feel the difference with that. The labels just very faded, so that doesn't happen after a few washes, just all coming apart and then a lot of fading. You don't have this on this one. They just tell you that, and this has been washed quite a lot. The buttons as well, so the button has got the Ergo printing. It's very hard to see, but it's just a little bit off center. Just something tells me it's not quite right. And then obviously when we put it on, this came off. So this just wouldn't happen like that. So this is just slide. Let me show you on an Omni. This is to help slide. No, you don't have it on the Omni, but it helps slide the chest strap. So this told me straight away that it's not a real one. So this is just to do that on the 360. So as we pulled things around, it just came off, and the chest strap would just have come off. This would just not have happened. You can feel the straps, so just give it a good feel. It's just, it doesn't feel right. The webbing doesn't feel right. Just the thickness of the straps just tells me straight away it's not a real one. So this is the mesh Omni, and this is the fake one, so you can probably see the difference in the thicknesses. This is a lot more padded, a lot heavier. This is just very flimsy. It's extremely lightweight, so you can tell. And then just give a good pull. Now the buckles, even if the buckles don't fail, it doesn't mean that it's not a fake. Just compare the webbing as well. What I did is I emailed Ergo and sent them lots of pictures, and they confirmed that it was a fake. They can't always tell from these serial numbers, so they have serial numbers, and they can't always tell from that. So it's very much about the weight, and you can feel like the way it just fits in more to the body. It's just not comfortable. It's not very padded. It's very cheap feeling, very cheap materials. So there you go. This is how to spot a fake. Some things to look out for. If you're in doubt, just don't use it. Just or if you have a client who's in doubt, just don't use it immediately. Just take lots of pictures, weigh it if you can, and then contact Ergo, and they'll be happy to assist you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.